MasterChef's most hated judge, Joe Bastianich. Bro, that's not even an Italian name, man. That's not even an Italian name.
Trash talking, dish throwing, and questionable comments that made viewers cringe.
These are the 9 best amateur cooks in America. If they give us seared scallop with fruit salad on top, I'm gonna throw it back in
He
their
is
faces.
wild.
When it comes to MasterChef's most controversial judge, Joe Bastianich takes the crown without a single competitor coming close.
Alejandro, do you miss your husband? Maybe you'll see him tonight.
Really? You were gonna, if you miss a husband, or maybe you're gonna see him tonight. Bro, that is so cringe. He is so cringe. Yo, this guy, man, that's completely inappropriate. It has nothing to do with what they are doing, bro. It's not cooking. Like, what the fuck? Bringing her husband for? So weird, bro. These guys, I've seen, like, I know, like, he is not even a chef. And why is he on this? Oh my god! And a lot. Look, a lot of Italians, they always come back to he's not even a chef, and he's just a nepo baby who got like the restaurant and whatnot from his father.
From the moment
So
he
he's
stepped
just a
onto
nepo baby,
MasterChef
bro. The
stage in
Italians
2010,
absolutely roast
Joe
the fuck out of
established
him.
himself as the judge viewers love to hate. But unlike Gordon Ramsay, who screams and curses, but ultimately wants his contestants to succeed,
True. I love Gordon, man.
Thank you.
Joe developed a reputation for being harsh,
Look at his
without heart,
actual chef. he
critical
knows.
without being constructive, and dismissive without offering any pathway forward.
True.
You know what it is?
True,
It's garbage
true.
is what it is. What you did on that dish is inappropriate and ultimately kind of disgusting.
What made Joe's behavior particularly troubling was that it was a consistent pattern that viewers would witness season after season.
True.
I've never tasted anything quite like that before.
And this was evident right from the very first auditions of season 1.
I have my curry sauce here, which just started with fresh Jamaican curry that
Bro, there is one time, like I think it's multiple times. I've seen an episode. He always like tastes the food, looks at the contestant, and then walk away. No constructive criticism. Something like
brought back home from me the
nothing,
last time I
bro.
was there.
When Tamara
The guy
Loder
is
stepped
so
up to
weird.
present her lobster curry, she was hoping for feedback that might help her improve. Instead, Joe tasted it and simply walked away.
There you go. There you go. There
I
you go.
just-
There you
Would you
go.
give me
Oh
another
my
chance?
god.
This is not the
He
best
did
of
it.
Tamar. And I just really want that chance, please.
And then Joe delivered a single sentence that crushed her dreams.
What?
No, it's not MasterChef. Sorry.
Thank you.
During that same season, Slim Hyun presented his signature dish with pride, but Joe threw the entire plate in the trash.
That's
You
crazy.
gotta be kidding me. Slim, this is like a buffet gone bad.
Oh my god.
Go back to your station. I'm not tasting this crap.
From the very beginning, Joe established what would become his signature moves. The theatrical plate disposal, the walking
You know why he does this? I know. You know why he does this? I think he does this so he can compensate. Like he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and because bro, he's just like us. I'm telling you, he just eats food, tastes food. That's it, and then he will say his opinion if it tastes good or bad, and that's it. Or he will compare it from his restaurants and what he ate on those high level restaurants. That's it.
way without explanation,
God, this
and
guy,
harsh
man.
dismissals that offered no constructive path forward.
Easy questions. Ever eggs in it or not?
Yes.
Disappointed, Mike.
Fans watching season 1 hoped this was just Joe finding his footing as a new judge. They believed that as he grew more comfortable on television and understood the format better, his approach would soften. But they were wrong.
This is a complete disaster. This lamb is raw. Is completely raw. If it were for me, this is not an elimination round. I would send you home now.
Season 2 marked the beginning of what would become one of Joe's most criticized patterns. His obsession with Italian authenticity and his dismissiveness toward other cuisines,
True,
particularly Asian
true.
dishes.
I don't know, it doesn't look like a Chinese dish to me. It's like kid food. I'm not impressed visually. I think it looks almost kind of cartoonish.
Any deviation from
That's
traditional
crazy.
Italian cooking was met with scorn, while
True.
creative interpretations of Italian classics were treated as personal offenses rather than culinary experiments.
The fact that you're not even thinking.
Yeah, he doesn't
of playing
like
this
the
game
new
properly is
Italian
really
cooking.
annoying.
By season 3,
as I've heard
MasterChef
from
audience had
all
divided
Reddit
into
and
two
stuff.
camps. Those who defended Joe
He is
as
so
keeping
weird,
it
bro.
real and providing honest feedback.
Wait a
And a
minute. Wait a minute. He is not even. Whoa. I need to see this. There you go. See, look. Joe Bastianich divides his time primarily between his luxury residence in New York and his estate in Italy. He owns a condo in Madison Square Park area of Manhattan, close to his restaurants, and maintains a wine-producing estate in Friuli, Italy. New York City based location, Madison Square Park, Manhattan lifestyle. He resides there with his wife and has a very short commute to many of his famed restaurant ventures. So he's not even living he's not living in Italy, bro. He's not living in Italy. Bro, bro, this guy, man.
The
He's
majority
insane.
saw his behavior as unnecessarily cruel and often crossing the line into discrimination. This season would prove the latter group correct in ways no one could have anticipated. When David Martinez brought forward his carefully prepared lobster, Joe's response was equally brutal.
I'm supposed to eat this?
Damn.
Really?
Damn.
You know, watching you cook this was just a letdown.
But nothing prepared fans for what happened next. Christine Ha, MasterChef's first ever blind contestant, had been proving herself week after week with dishes that wowed the judges with both flavor and presentation.
Visually stunning. Are you really blind?
Yes, chef, I am.
I'm lost for words.
That's
Great
crazy.
job.
Thank you.
When the top 6 took over the kitchen at Hatfields in Los Angeles for restaurant service, something unprecedented happened. Christine was picked first for her team.
I can't see. I have no idea where anything is. I have no idea how it's set up.
Gordon Ramsay, who had barely concealed his favoritism towards Christine throughout the competition, asked his fellow judges where they would put Christine in a Michelin-starred restaurant.
I mean, I think that just speaks volumes for the fact that Christine's palate is so refined. I would have her at the end finishing a dish.
Then Joe suggested Christine would be better suited in the coat check room.
Definitely coat check room.
No, come on.
She can't see.
Have you seen how she puts food on the plate?
Yeah.
Let that sink in. While Christine was literally standing right there in the competition kitchen, cooking
that,
successfully
bro.
week after week, Joe decided to publicly humiliate her by suggesting she couldn't handle working in a professional kitchen because of her blindness.
This is a live kitchen, Michelin-starred restaurant. She can't do it. She's a liability.
No.
Let's see what she does.
This man was treating a blind contestant like she
That's
didn't belong
crazy,
there.
bro.
People were furious. Viewers on
Wait a minute. Think about the absolute arrogance. I'm telling you, if they put them together and they cook, I know for a fact she's gonna beat his ass, man. Oh my god, this guy is so
posters,
dumb. This
and
guy
even
is
people
so
who barely
stupid,
watched
bro.
the show started calling it out. And the best part? Christine not only helped her team win that challenge, but she went on to win the entire season.
I just can't.
Yeah, look, shit, there you go.
This has been the most amazing experience, seriously.
Joe was forced to eat his when the woman he'd called a liability became MasterChef champion.
With
Yeah,
your handicap,
yeah.
I thought it would be dangerous to have you in
Suck
there. I didn't
it,
think you would be
suck
able
it,
to, quite
suck
frankly, do
it.
anything. And that was completely categorically wrong.
The ultimate vindication came when Christine opened 2 acclaimed restaurants in Houston, The Blind Goat and Scene Chow, and earned James Beard Award nominations. Joe's
Damn.
obsession with Italian authenticity reached almost comical levels throughout his tenure on MasterChef. When
Bro,
Felix
even
Fang
Italians
added
criticize
macadamia
that.
nuts to tiramisu, Joe berated her for straying from tradition.
Why'd you put nuts in here?
I like mac nuts.
Macadamia nuts? In an Italian tiramisu? Are you not understanding what we're doing here?
But the Italian gatekeeping didn't stop there.
Teach your teams how to make the 3-course Italian meal that you just saw. I want to see 3 dishes of each course.
In Season 10, Episode 19, during the Pigging Out Challenge, contestant Dorian presented a wild boar and fennel sausage with cannellini beans and a slice of garlic bread.
Visually, the sausage looks hearty, and that wonderful bean stew underneath it, it's got dive in all over it.
Gordon Ramsay and Aaron Sanchez loved it, but Joe declared the garlic bread had cheapened the dish.
So you don't serve garlic bread in your restaurants?
No.
Oh, excuse
There's no
me.
such thing as garlic bread in Italy. So I think it cheapens it. It makes it less than it could be.
Gordon literally grabbed the garlic bread and waved it under Joe's nose, while praising how perfect it was for sopping up the delicious bean stew.
The sausage itself is a wonderful texture. The flavor permeates the whole thing, and it's a complete dish.
And Gordon wasn't done. What he said next pretty much sums up what people think about Joe Bastianich.
Would you like a bread?
No, I don't want any garlic bread.
You're such a snob.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not a snob. I'm trying to advise her on how to take it up a level.
The Vietnamese-inspired incident was equally troubling. In season 12, Joe told Dara he was surprised to taste her dish.
And somehow manipulated them into seeming like it's a European Michelin-star dish. It's got a lot of explosions of flavor.
As if Vietnamese cuisine couldn't stand on its own merit without being compared to
Yo,
European
this guy is
standards.
crazy.
One fan comment: Joe basically thinks Asian food is takeout food, and European food is the only high-class food there is.
Yep.
I don't know how this man was even allowed on the show. Then there was the
Hey,
mushroom
he's a
moment.
nipple, man.
Joe told Bethy about their mushrooms with Asian flavors.
These mushrooms are definitely
This
scream
guy is
something
crazy, man.
Eurocentric, you know, either French or Italian or, you know, something much more refined.
Anyone watching could tell what he was trying to say, and it wasn't good. Perhaps most ridiculously, Joe once told contestant Bowen Lee when Lee described a Chinese pasta dish.
Bowen, is this an Italian pasta dish or a Chinese dumpling dish?
A Chinese pasta dish.
There's no pasta in China.
Fans erupted. Telling a Chinese person there's no pasta in China, when he himself isn't even Chinese, is absolutely astonishing. Never seen anything like it in my life. Another added, pasta literally originated in China and was introduced to Italy by Marco Polo. So, Joe's wrong.
Yep.
Well, that is actually a misconception. The Italians had pasta far before Polo's journey to China. It still doesn't
There you go.
excuse the comment.
There
And
you
once
go.
fans started digging into Joe's whole Italian food authority image, things got awkward fast.
He's not even
People pointed
like
out that
he's
his
not
mom,
even
Lydia
there. He's not even
Bastianich,
there.
was actually born in Istria, a region that's
I
now
don't
part
care
of
about him at
Croatia,
all.
not Italy. His family on her side is mostly Yugoslav and Southeastern European, not the old school, straight from Naples fantasy the show leans into. One fan on Reddit summed it up perfectly. Also, the part of Italy his mom is from was actually Yugoslavia when her family fled. It's a piece of land that has went back and forth for centuries. So for someone so Italian, Bastianich is a Slavic last name. So how Italian is
It's
he
not.
really?
Bastianich,
In
I've
fact,
never
he
heard
actually
an
became a
Italian
meme
surname
in
like
Italy
that in
because
my
of
life.
his over-the-top pronunciations and straight-up grammar mistakes. And
Yep.
the crazy thing is, Joe isn't even a chef. He's a restaurateur and wine guy, cosplaying as a culinary executioner on TV. So you've got a non-chef, questionably Italian judge getting roasted by real Italian.
He has such conviction. He talks like he has experience, bro. And like you will think automatically, oh, he's a chef as well. Like he knows what he's talking about. But when you go and dig on his like background and whatnot,
For butchering their language, while lecturing actual cooks about authenticity. During season 4's auditions, Joe questioned Bimi Cruz's mofongo.
Is this really a Caribbean dish or just kind of like shrimp scampi faked with some plantain put in it?
The dismissiveness of an entire cuisine's authenticity was becoming Joe's signature move. In the same season, during the Annie Lottie challenge, Joe delivered one of his most personally insulting critiques. He told contestant Howard Klein,
Only thing worse than a cook who can't boil is a narcissist in full denial. Thank you for nothing.
that was a character assassination on national television. And when Tanya served raw garlic in her dish, Joe didn't just critique the cooking technique, he made it personal.
When you give us crap like that to eat, it gets to be almost kind of personally offensive. You understand that?
This is where things start to make sense. Gordon Ramsay himself explained in an interview the real difference between Hell's Kitchen and MasterChef.
Two completely different competitions. Hell's Kitchen's about professionals.
While MasterChef features home cooks and people who picked up cooking as a hobby, Gordon recognized this distinction and adjusted his approach accordingly.
I'm a lot tougher on them than I am on MasterChef, but we get to a stage in MasterChef, top 8, top 6, we actually put them into the restaurant environment.
Joe never made that adjustment.
Gordon, because
As
he
one fan
experienced,
perfectly
he knows,
articulated,
man.
From watching MasterChef throughout the years, I've noticed that while Gordon can be quite rude, he also gives constructive criticism.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Joe,
Yep, true,
on the
true.
other hand, tries to hit below the belt as hard as he can just for kicks. Rarely does Joe give any useful feedback. The comparison reveals what made Joe so uniquely unlikable.
And he has some racist shit that he, like, you can see. I don't know. I'm not saying he's racist, but like you can have that, you can have that word in your head when the way he talks to Chinese and Filipinos. You know, I've seen, bro. I know if this guy, I swear, if I see him, I will kiss him on the cheek, man. If this guy talks about what certain accent, bro, oh my god, man. I want to see if he's gonna talk
Joe
about that or there's gonna be
Bastianich
just
isn't
MasterChef.
actually a chef. He's a restaurateur, a businessman who owns restaurants.
I want to see if he's gonna do
smart
that.
enough to think of me, or either I was lucky enough for them to think of me because they wanted someone who wasn't a chef as a judge.
He never trained in culinary school, never worked his way up through restaurant kitchens, and has no formal culinary education. The sentiment was echoed across social media. The main reason I don't respect him is because he's not a chef like Gordon and the others, and most of his success comes from riding his mother's coattails. He just comes off as snobbish, and he can't back up what he says.
True.
And the mother they're talking about is Lydia Bastianich, a real chef with real credentials. She earned her reputation through actual skill. But this is where the contrast shows. Even without that training, Joe often acted like the biggest expert in the room. He exaggerated things, made simple dishes sound terrifying, and delivered instructions like he was teaching at a Michelin school. Which brings us to that moment on MasterChef Junior, where he taught kids how to make a basic risotto and made it sound like it was the hardest dish on earth.
Seems easy, but it's not.
Bro, it's easy. Like, I do it. Like, I did like risotto. Like, what do you need? Like, rice, butter, onion, what is it? Olive oil, Parmesan cheese, salt, and if you like drink wine and whatnot, you can do that. If you don't drink it, you don't put it. I think that's it. That's it. And broth too. Broth. Yeah, that's it. And if you want like add something, you can add like a minced meat. You can add chicken on top of it if you want. Because you are doing it on your home, or tuna, fish, you can do everything. Like, I tried with fish, it's amazing, bro. You need to try it. Just like they don't serve pasta with tuna on restaurants, but every Italian I know has eaten like pasta with tuna before, and it's fucking amazing, bro. It's crazy. This guy is saying it's hard. It's not hard, man. Like, the process is really not that difficult.
Today, I'm going to show you how it's done.
Nah,
Gordon
bro.
Ramsay
Just
and
look
Christina
at them.
Tosi.
Bro, how they looked at each other like you know that look when you say some bullshit, like, and I have that look, like, I'm believing. Oh, see, the both of them share that knowing
Like
look.
it was the hardest dish
Like,
on
what the
earth.
fuck is this guy talking
Seems
about,
easy,
man?
but it's not. It's all about technique.
No!
Today,
Yo, did you see?
Meanwhile, Gordon Ramsay
Gordon,
and
like,
Christina Tosi
what
were
is
caught
he
on camera
talking
holding
about,
back
man?
laughter and looking at each other as if thinking,
Yo, he
"This
brought it
guy,
out as well. He
honestly?"
brought it out as well.
That moment, actual trained chefs try not to laugh while Joe demonstrates proper technique.
That's crazy,
Perfectly
man.
encapsulated the absurdity of his position on the show, and viewers noticed. If Joe's behavior with adult contestants was controversial, his treatment of children on MasterChef Junior took things
Nah, don't tell me children as well. I understand the adults; they are adults, but children, bro.
to a whole
Bro,
new
this
level
guy is a piece of shit.
And Joe is just scary.
what were you thinking with that?
The show features contestants as young as 8 years old. Children who
Nah,
are
that's
still
fucking
learning
stupid.
and
It's not
developing.
even double
Not
digits.
just
What
as
the fuck
cooks,
is he on?
but as human beings.
Like, what the fuck?
We'll make some more, okay?
She's got to remake it?
Yeah.
We've still got time, you know that.
Bro,
We're
look
gonna
at
do
Gordon,
this,
bro.
okay?
W
While
Gordon, man.
Ramsay notably dials back his
Yes,
harsh
that's
persona
what
for
I'm
kids,
talking about,
treating
man.
them
Look.
with encouragement and constructive feedback.
Yeah, because they
My
are
saving grace with
children.
this one is that the actual pastry cream is actually quite delicious. Thank you.
Joe's approach remained unnecessarily harsh.
You think you know it all? Then go cook it all yourself at home. At this point, you're wasting my time.
Watching Joe speak to children with the same dismissive, harsh tone he used with adults was deeply uncomfortable for viewers. He's a Nepo baby who made a child cry over something he was objectively wrong about. The show's producers eventually recognized the problem. When Joe left MasterChef in 2014, he was replaced by Christina Tosi for both the main show and MasterChef Junior, and fans celebrated the change. In November 2014, Joe announced he was stepping down from MasterChef after 5 seasons. In his statement, he cited wanting to focus on the continued global expansion of the Batali and Bastianich hospitality group. Following his departure, Joe expanded his TV presence in Italy, appearing on MasterChef Italia, Celebrity MasterChef, and even Top Gear Italia.
And they're like, well, why don't you come over and, see how it goes? So I got the gig to do it in Italy.
But his behavior abroad only added to his controversies.
He knows they cast him out. He knows that they get the fuck out of here, bro. And now he's going to do the same thing on Italy. If he said like he wants to expand, like he will not touch the series again, even if it's on another country.
In a 2018 episode of
MasterChef
Italia that made international news, Joe visited a beauty salon in Milan's Chinatown for a manicure and pedicure.
There you go.
What happened next was shocking.
There you go. If you guys didn't see this, there you go, bro. This guy, man.
Tipo una serata romantica con un uomo italiano.
Joe made several inappropriate jokes at the expense of Chinese men, while making suggestive comments to the Asian women working at the salon.
Personalmente che gli uomini cinesi hanno un po' di difetti a volte sono.
He said it.
When the blog and Grub reached out for comment, Joe issued an apology,
to say,
claiming
man.
the segment was scripted and that he knew the women at the salon. He added, "I'm sorry I said those things."
That's fucking racist. He knows that.
The Italy scandal confirmed what many viewers had long suspected. Joe's pattern of dismissing and demeaning Asian people and Asian cuisine on MasterChef reflected deeper prejudices. His apology,
man.
claiming the segment was scripted, only made things worse,
it's not.
as it suggested he thought scripted racism was somehow acceptable. People here in Italy consider him an overly judgmental Italian wannabe who doesn't understand anything about Italian cuisine, but is rich, so he's entitled to be in MasterChef, I guess.
That's crazy.
Funny how he's such a jerk about being Italian, even though his famous mother is, in reality, Croatian, and just refuses to admit it. Joe made a surprise appearance in the Season 8 finale in 2016, then returned full-time for Season 9 in 2017.
He'll always be part of the MasterChef family. Joe, as always, it's so good to see you.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
Have you missed me?
No.
Many wondered, would Joe return as a changed man? Or would he be the same judge who had sparked so much controversy? Observers noted he seemed to have toned down his approach, whether from reflection, public pressure, or network intervention remains unclear. Joe Bastianich's journey on MasterChef reveals something important about reality television and the restaurant industry.
We're searching for the best home cook in America. Criticizing someone's food is part and parcel for my job and what I do.
Success in business doesn't automatically translate to success as a mentor or judge. Owning restaurants doesn't mean you understand the struggle of home cooks trying to improve their skills.
I am not a chef. I wanted, I've always been in the restaurant business and not being a chef.
Bro, he's oh my god, he's a LARPer. There you go. He's actually a LARPer, man.